Hey, Nicole, thank you for the comment. And how do you break the buddy to boss situation? So, first of all, congratulations on the promotion. So, here are a couple of things to consider or do as you are working through being instead of being a buddy and now a boss. So, a couple of realities. One is if you were making comments before as a coworker, either through gossip or through negativity or just making comments in general to management or anything perceived, remember perception, perceived to be negative, that is going to be your challenge. But now they're going to be thinking that you've changed your tone now that you're a leader. That's probably the biggest thing, right? The second thing is that you want to make sure that you over communicate your intent and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. Now, don't do it during the current state assessment. You want to make sure that you communicate. You over communicate the things that you're learning as you go through and what you want to do. The third thing also is to become a servant leader. In this situation, there's a good part of people that resent you because you got promoted because they probably got wanted to get the job also. But there's some people that are happy for you, right? They're like, hey, great, you got the job. And some people in the middle that don't even care. Like, I don't care. I just want to come in, collect my check, and go home. Great. We need that. So the key thing and what's going to make or break you is you being a servant leader, meaning that you're going to have to do extra work to help them solve problems, create process procedures, training, follow-up conversations, one-on-ones, all those different things. You're going to have to do extra work because, again, you are starting from a negative standpoint in regards to trust because your team already knows you, right? As opposed to if you're a new team, you'd start at neutral because they don't know you, right? They're like, I don't know Nicole. Okay, get it. But in this case, there might be some of that happening. So it's going to create extra work, which is okay. All you have to do is focus on the fundamentals, follow up, engage, create plans, be transparent, have your huddle meetings that you want to do, address good behavior that you want to see, and have conversations one on one in private about the things that you want people to improve. And the last thing, the most important thing, is that you cannot revert back to an employee conversation. You're going to be in a situation where you have to draw the line in regards to going out to whatever those things are, either team lunch or team things or whatever it is. You're going to be in a situation like, yeah, I can't do that with you anymore. Or I can't, you know, work or go out with employees anymore. Because here's the thing, even though you may hear a lot of people talk about, having a relationship with employees see it as bias. Because if you're hanging out with one employee because you were friends before, now that you're a leader, they're going to be biased. And guess what? They have every right to go to HR and report you to being unfair and biased. And that's going to put you in a hot seat with HR. And you don't want to do that early in your career. So just make sure that you know when to draw the line. I always caution leaders to do it more ahead of time than not, meaning that if you're in a situation and you're kind of thinking whether or not you should go out with your friends, have a drink or not, no. If you feel that this situation may be perceived as biased, don't do it. So anything that you think that employees may feel or perceive to be biased because you were once friends with other people, you can't do that anymore, right? You got to do it collectively, and you got to make sure that you're transparent and honest with people. It doesn't mean that you can't have relationships, absolutely, but guess what? You want to be a leader, and it's totally different than you and somebody else just being friends. It is a totally different scenario. So just be careful with that. I'm not saying you can't do it. Just be careful with those things because perception is reality. And again, it is tough. It's not impossible. You're going to learn from it, which is really great. So again, keep doing that. Here's the last bit of advice. You're going to have setbacks. Don't let that discourage you. Keep moving forward. Focus on the fundamentals. Over communicate. Follow up with your employees. And that will help you get through some of those challenges.